everyone, and welcome to another episode of From No Crypto to No Crypto. I'm your host, the Crypto Coach, Blockchain Wayne. Today we're joined by Joey. Joey Stubblefield is the founder of Cryptok. Joey, thanks for joining us today.
Hey, good to be here, Wayne. Thanks for the invite.
Absolutely, man. Been seeing a lot of your posts, a lot of things going on with what you're doing. So definitely want to talk about that. And before we jump into Cryptok and all what you're doing there, can you tell everybody a little bit about your background and then also what got you into this space?
Oh, okay. Yeah, sure. I've always been the computer geek. I owned a cell phone store for about 10 years. You know, I'm the person people come to when they can't get something to work that connects to the internet, whether it's a phone, computer, stuff like that. I've mined, I've built my own rigs, stuff like, just everything. I didn't really get into crypto until about 2017 in December. I could have got into it a lot earlier because at my cell phone store, I actually signed up to be able to sell Bitcoin through a place called Liberty X. So we had stickers on the door. We had, little flyers, never sold any. And I never even took a look at it, really. It was just something that I could put into my store and have an extra little display and some stickers and maybe draw some people in. This was in 2012. But I didn't jump into crypto till about 2017. So I got in during that bull run. I was mostly just on, just Binance, stuff like that. Nothing DeFi, really. I did get into Cryptopia, and, they kind of folded. So I think I got some Electronium there, but it's not worth chasing after. Because at my cell phone store, I had 20 demo phones, and they were all mining Electronium. So, because they were all plugged up, ready to go. But anyway, got through that and didn't really, I may have broke even. I was just learning, just playing around. And then when this last bull run came along, and I guess it really started in 2020, but mostly 2021 is when I noticed it. That's when I got into DeFi. So Pancake Swap, Uniswap, all these swaps, and just figuring it out, slippage, putting it all together. And of course, once I got into it, then right after it really, really took off, you started seeing the Facebook posts like, oh my God, what is this? What is it? Like people you would never think of, like some guy you went to high school with is a plumber now. But that's when it's really hitting, when those people start asking questions. But that's what happened. People started asking me questions, and then they started buying me lunch to help them set up what they needed. Like, to start, you got to have an exit. So Coinbase, that's your entrance, that's your exit most of the time for U.S. people. And getting them set up with, Trust Wallet. I thought that was easier for them than MetaMask and stuff like that. They would buy me lunch. I would set them up, and I would not tell them what to buy. They would usually run down and find some XRP. I don't know why, but so that's the first thing they buy. So, and we went from there. About halfway into 2021, I'm like a 20-year web developer too. So I started in Web 1. So, but I figured, well, this is about the same thing. Let me look at it. And I looked at it, and it was the same thing, really. So I realized I could do Solidity and do contracts and stuff like that. So that's where I got into that. We started May 2021, and we've been working on it ever since. I'm pretty much a full-time dev. I do some web work on the side for people and companies that, kind of pays the bills sometimes. But this is what I do full time. I'm a 3-year full-time founder and developer. So, other than fishing and an occasional website for a client.
There you go. Nice. Yeah, I've experienced some of the similar things along the way. Didn't quite jump in when we first heard about crypto. I too had a few things on Cryptopia, which likewise they're not worth much. I had sold my Electronium on Cryptopia and withdrew that, but then there was another one I think I had that was called Patcoin or something.
I was fixing to say that. My brother even bought a billion of those, or a million at the time.
Yeah.
We did with trillions and quadrillions sometimes, but at the time I think a million was a lot of something back then. But yeah, Patcoin was one. I had the little Patcoin wallet, and it was just, I don't know why we bought it. I have no idea.
Speculation. That's the thing. A lot of people get in and same thing. Like, don't bet the farm, but nothing's guaranteed. So we take risks. Same reason people gamble on sports or go to casinos, right? I think.
Yeah.
I think people need to understand the separateness of, okay, this is maybe some funds I can allocate towards gambling, like, speculating, and then this is my long term stuff for me, which is like, the Bitcoin, ETH, and maybe a few others as well. But that's what most people don't realize when they jump in, which is why they come in blazing and they want to buy the stuff that other people are telling them they're gonna get rich on, like XRP or.
Right.
I remember around that time I had so many friends that were calling me asking how to buy a SafeMoon. I'm like, you don't even have a Coinbase account. How are you going to figure out how to get on a DEX and buy a token that's not even on major exchanges?
Yeah, that was a big one. That's actually the one that started me in 2021. I got that, and then I made a ton on what was it, Elongate. So, no. But it's you can't underestimate the power of a cool logo and a name either, because I really think that's why a lot of people jump in. So, and it snowballs from there, maybe.
Yeah, I think we're gonna see some long-term meme coins. Like we've seen a few. I mean, Dogecoin obviously been around for a long time, but some of the other ones, just because I've always said there's two problems I see in this space. Either you'll have a project that has great utility, but no community around it. So if nobody knows about it, it's going to die, even though it's great tech. And then the opposite, where there's a huge community around it, but it's got no utility. And those are the ones that you see pump and dump. But there's going to be a median where there's going to be some of these speculative coins that add utility and add more use case and have a lot of potential.
Yeah, it's a tough line. You do want to stay in the medium there. 2021 when we took off, we were at the end of that bull run. I think it really ended in December of 2021. But, we had communities all over the globe. Our Telegram was popping, everything was popping, and we survived, but we lost some of our family, and some people in Greece and Poland that were in. We still have a real core community, and they're really, really into what we're doing and backing us. But we got to build back. We lost a lot of people during the bear. The bear ate them.
That's what happens. That's what happens. So let's jump into it, man. Tell everybody a little bit about Cryptok and what you guys are doing there.
Okay. Well, I've always been the type of person, and most of the time I get it right. Sometimes I don't. To where anything I do, I can find problem with it. So one of the problems that we were having is getting on the socials and actually expanding our community. It seems like we started with Telegram and we were kind of stuck there. It's hard for us to jump on Twitter because they look at us differently if we're mostly on Telegram. And then it's really hard to get on Facebook because that's when you deal with the guy you went to high school with, this plumber that wants to buy a SafeMoon. So you got to walk, you got to handhold. So it's hard for us to branch out from Telegram. And what makes it even harder is every platform out there now hates crypto, I think. They just don't want to deal with it. They got other stuff to deal with. They can't even deal with the scammers they got now. Imagine when they add Web3 to their platform. That's probably what they're thinking. So, but we do need a place for us, though. That's the problem, Twitter, we've had our Cryptok Twitter for over 2 years, and we cannot advertise. They won't let us. They just perma-banned us. So I have no idea why. TikTok, sometimes I can get some stuff to slide through there, but most of the time it can't be crypto related if I want to advertise it. And that's, with, targeting and stuff like that. I can go pay a shiller anywhere to do something, but that don't mean it's going to amount to anything. I want to pay for some good targeted advertising to a good audience. Facebook, you could slip stuff by if you bury it in a video and then talk about the crypto and not really type anything text worthy in there. Then you can advertise and boost it. But it shouldn't be like that. These new projects are getting started. We already know about the crypto project tax that's in Web3, which means everything you pay for is like 4 times what it should be. There's AMAs out there that we have been in before when it was way cheaper, last bull run, Now they want $3,000-$4,000 just to talk to us for an hour. I'm like, you know what? We'll wait till we're big enough to where you want to just come talk to us instead of paying that. But that's what we needed. We needed a platform where projects can go and they can talk about their project. We also needed a place for creators. There's people with 1 million TikTok followers that have backup after backup account. And on their main profile, all it says is follow my backup accounts, just in case they get banned. And, I've talked to people that actually upload crypto on the daily on TikTok. It's a person from Twitter, Morgan. She does like a daily crypto breakdown every day, and she said most of hers were just getting, like, after a minute, community violation, and it's just her standing in front of a green screen with some Bitcoin or something behind her, just talking about the events of what happened the day before or whatever. So she got on Cryptok and she started doing her daily thing over there. We want people to be able to talk about it. We don't want the scammers there, and we will do what we can to keep them out, but we want a safe place for projects to go and pay to advertise, so you don't have to pay these shillers everywhere and they run off with your money, or they just botted accounts or something like that. There has to be a way where you can do that. And not only that, people just want to learn. They want to know when the new projects are coming out that are good. We had a token that some of our core community in our Telegram, they're all over Cryptok, and they find some stuff sometimes, and they put up some videos on it, and one just literally just boomed like 2 weeks ago. It went from like launching at $1 to $300, and like 2 weeks later it's still at $300. And that's odd for a Solana coin. But it started on Cryptok. That's where I saw it. One of our community members put it on there. And now we're in a space with them on Sunday on Twitter with that token. And our two of our core members are going to be up there speaking with us. It's just amazing how everything's connected. And the lady that's running the space, she started on Cryptok. That's how we found her. She found us, and she put up her current project she was in love with, and now she's running a space, and we got everybody together. And it really, the space, like the big token is not even on Cryptok, but everybody's talking about the big token over there. So that's what we want. We want to be the place where crypto lives now. Later, of course, we're going to... I want a little more engagement. Not everybody is comfortable going in front of the camera, and mostly I'm not either. So, but we'll have on your profile where you click a little side tab, and guess what? There's a news feed, just like Twitter. I mean, why not? It's super simple for us to put that there, and that creates more engagement. We can add the little tip thing in, the gift thing that we got going on. Subscribe for content. Verification of who you are. All this stuff is what we're going for. Our DeFi wallet, it's probably about 40% done. So integrating that into an app that we built 2 years earlier is proving to be, time consuming, but we're getting it. And the wallet's going to be as easy as Cash App, is how I've been touting it. You go to somebody's profile. I go to Blockchain Wayne's profile on Cryptok. I click Send Crypto. It's already connected my wallet inside the app. That wallet's going to be in the app. And then I just choose the crypto that's in my Cryptok wallet, and boom, send it to you. It's like that. And then you get a little notification on your phone saying, Joey just sent you 0.5 BNB. Easy, simple, and then, creators, you get on there, you upload your first video, you make money. You can make money off. There's no minimum follower count, nothing like that. If you're trying to get started, then that could take forever sometimes. So it could take 6 months.
That's the problem with most platforms, right?
Right, exactly. So, like I said in the beginning, I'm kind of a problem solver, or I try to be. So those are the problems that I see with TikTok and the other platforms, and we won't even talk about the whole headquartered in China thing. Everybody knows. So, but we are USA based and veteran owned. I was in the Marine Corps for 4 years during the first Gulf War, and your data's safe with me. The security that we use, you're fine. We're not going to market we're not going to sell your information like all these other platforms. That's a Web 2 thing. Web 3, your content is your content. You earn from your content. You get 100% of what you earn on Cryptok. We don't take any of that. You know, we're going old school Web 1. We got some ads in there you can click on and you get some extra gifts for doing it. You know, it's just like those games where you can't level up until you watch an ad. We got the same thing. You know, so it's all connected, but I feel like it's giving it back to the people like it should be. And that's the whole Web3 movement. Instead of us controlling what you see, us controlling your data and profiting off of it, it's all given back to the people, you know. Eventually you'll be able to earn just from watching videos and interacting. Like the viewer will be able to earn, not just the projects and the creators and stuff like that. Okay. But that's where we're at. We're on both Apple and Google. It took us a little longer to get on Apple, but that was to be expected. It took us about 6 months. We also just got our name trademarked through the USPTO. So, excuse me, April 26th is when it hit their official gazette, their publication of trademarks. We're a LLC in South Carolina. We're looking to expand our team. We need sales, we need development, we need marketing. You know, and it'd be more on a, you know, work as we need you type basis until we grow. But that's what we're planning on. We're a company. I keep calling us a project, but we're not a project anymore. Yeah. We're a product. We're finished. Yeah. We got the product. We just need the people. So we're at about 2,400 people on Cryptok that have it installed. They're not on there every day. And, you know, like I said, not everybody can get in front of the camera. Some people are just watchers. So, you know, that's where we're at.
But on the flip side, right, there's a lot of creators out there that are already creating content that would fit perfectly into Cryptok. So, and I get it. I mean, I've seen our company has had problems with the TikTok account. I've seen, you know, multiple people shadow banned or just completely outright banned on other platforms when they're just putting out quality content because it's about crypto or blockchain or, in some cases, just freedom-related topics. They get get censored. So that same content, and I'm thinking like the content we create, we could easily just put it over onto Cryptok as well, and start building a user base there, right? I mean, most people, you're not going to abandon if you've got, you know, say 300,000 followers on TikTok. You're not going to abandon them to go to Cryptok, right? But you're going to start creating content in both, engaging in both, because there could be a day where that one goes away, whether the government shuts down the app, the company bans your profile on those other ones, and it's good to have a place where they can go. I've seen people YouTube channels get zapped, the next thing you know, their whole income stream is gone.
Exactly. And I mean, you can back up TikTok with another backup account, but go ahead and give us a try. I mean, we're still growing. We're still getting there. The app, I'll never be happy with it. I've got a whiteboard list of at least 40 things I want to fix. Just little teeny tiny is only ever going to bug me. But, you know, and then we got other stuff that we want to add to it. So, you know, give us a try. I mean, what's it going to hurt? Yeah. You know, we come to where people want you. TikTok don't want you. Twitter don't want you. Facebook don't want you. You know, they tolerate us. They tolerate us as much as they can and get away with it. But they don't want us there. So it's like we're a third world, underworld type thing, you know. So
well, Web3 and Web3 is a threat to big business like that, because when you look at it, and I talk on the same topics when it related to the music industry. Same concept, right? Web3 allows the creator to connect directly with the user without needing some intermediary to bridge that interaction. And that's really what you get with Web3. But then that will allow, like you said, creators can earn. Imagine creators that are passionate about creating content be able to earn a living wage creating that content. The same way I gave a talk about musicians being able to earn a living wage on just a few hundred true fans that support what they do, versus the current model. You have to have 100 million streams on Spotify just to make a few grand. So it's the same concept with social media, because social media right now, you say they tolerate us. I think in many cases we tolerate them too, right? Because that's where people are. like we tolerate the Facebooks, the
Right.
Instagrams,
That's
the
true. It goes
TikToks,
both
the
ways.
Twitters.
It goes both ways.
Right. Yeah, we tolerate it because that's where
So,
people are, and we're trying to grow an audience. But yeah, let's. You always have to explore options because look at the landscape right now. You've got, Twitter or X, should I say, has become a little bit more open, but it's kind of a mixed bag because I don't think they have enough staff to handle correcting things that need to be corrected. Facebook is back and forth, and TikTok, as of right now, we don't know the status of what it's going to be in a year.
yeah, exactly. I mean, they may get bought, and some of the people that I see that want to buy it, I'm like, oh no. So, but their future is shaky at best in the U.S. But we're not the entire world. That's the thing. I didn't really want to get political with this, with TikTok and all that. I think there's more to it than what they're letting on. I think they could have more access than what they're saying. I was reading an article in the Wall Street Journal the other day online that talked about how previous employees are saying that, China they kind of hold them to the front end. They block them from that, but they do have access to the back end if they wanted it. And I mean, it's common sense if you've been in this development for any amount of time, So somebody's got the logins. So
Yeah.
but
Yeah. So, and that's the thing. That's the other thing. With you want to participate in platforms where they're not basically just exploiting your data, but. Tell people all the time, that's why Facebook is free, right? It's not like you're not a customer, you're the product.
Right. Product. Yeah, if you're not paying, you're the product. Yeah, I totally get it. So
I've always said I've been fine with paying a small fee to verify something, but it would have to be like everybody, not allowed, to where it prevents those bot accounts from being able to pay, being able to just spam whatever. There's another social media platform out there called Forecaster. The app is Warpcast. I don't know if you're familiar with it. There's you either need to have an invitation from somebody or you pay a fee to join, and I think the more we figure out ways to do that, and I think Web3 is going to help solve that, being able to prevent some bot accounts to where eventually you can get maybe like a verified NFT that's accepted everywhere. And as soon as you connect your wallet, it says, okay, this person's already been verified as a real person. We don't need their name, their date of birth, or any of that. We just know they're a real person.
Right, it's a community verified digital identification.
Yeah.
I mean, this is so close to doing all that, but to take it mainstream. I mean, and I tell people all the time, and there's less than like what is it 4% now that's globally. That's into crypto, and I mean, I see it everywhere, and it could be the algorithms, but it's just a lot of people talking about it. Just imagine when that 4% is 15 or 20 or even 40% of the world, how much it's going to be just in front of everybody, And I've realized about halfway through this project, from when we started till now, that I wasn't building this for me. I'm building this for my son's generation, and because he's 7, and then the generation that are teenagers right now will maybe get into it, but definitely my son. My son, he's known what Bitcoin was since he was like 4. His teacher asked me. She was like, "Why does he always talking about something called Bitcoin?" And it's just, he's got some on his phone. I'd send him some. It's like his allowance. He gets to watch it go up and down, and I'm trying to teach him to be responsible. And it really is. I feel like I'm building for the next generations. Of course, myself and you, we get to use it. And most of the people I'm, talking to are, 30s and up. But we're really doing crypto for the next generations, because in the 80s, that's when the debit card came along, the bank card. Go to the ATM, got to watch mom pull out money, shoot out of there. So when I was old enough to get a bank account, and that's when I went in the military. I went in when I was 17. But it was nothing for me to use a debit card. You know, and now like my grandparents at the time were like, oh, we ain't using that. To this day, if my mom wants something on eBay, she'll send me the link and I'll buy it and bring it to her house. She does not want to put her credit cards, her debit cards online anywhere. So I buy the Amazon, I buy the eBay for her. So crypto's, it's generational, I think, and that's how it's going to be. We're only, 12, 14 years in? So,
yeah.
But that's what we're doing this for, is the next generations, and it's going to be nothing to them to use crypto. And already people, the naysayers about crypto, I'm like, do you have a bank account? Do you work? Do they send your money straight to your card? Do you ever really see cash? Guess what? That's digital.
Yeah.
It's not analog.
Absolutely. Yeah, we've definitely got a we're definitely just setting the stage for the future, and that platform, with Cryptok is great because we're all believers. I mean, you're a veteran, you fought for this country. Freedom of speech is a big one, and that should carry over digitally, right? So
correct.
Being able to express yourself on a platform should be important as well. So great stuff, man. As we wrap up, Joey, can you tell everybody where they can find the app? I know you mentioned earlier, but share that again, and then also how can they connect, follow what's happening with Cryptok as well?
Okay. Well, currently this month we're in the final round to be hopefully going to Los Angeles to film with Killer Whales Season 2. So right now, the quickest way to find us is just go to coinmarketcap.com. And right on the home page at the bottom right, there's a little button that says Killer Whales, because CMC is co-producing this. So if you click on that button, you'll see vote. You click vote, you'll see Cryptok. On that page, it's got all of our socials and all that. So that's where I would love people to go to. So absolutely. You can vote for free if you just connect your Twitter. You can also pay to vote, and you could pay with Hello Token, which is Hello Labs. They're running this. You can pay with BNB, ETH, USDT, and you could buy votes, which, I guess projects are doing that. So big money. But otherwise, our main website is for our DApp and, mobile app development company, which is cryogen.life. That's where everything about us is at. You can go there. You can see the other stuff that we've built through the years that is, still going. And then learn more about Cryptok. You can download it. That's it. We're on all the socials. They're all linked on the website. The only thing I really don't use is Instagram, but at some point we'll start doing that again. We kind of try to direct our fire to where we need it most. And usually it's Twitter and Telegram, occasionally Facebook. It's hard to break into some Facebook places also. So, the group that we're in together is awesome. I've been there for years. Everybody's great there. But then you have the other end of Facebook groups, and they're just nothing but spam, and nobody's running it. I'm like, well, there's 50,000 people here. Who's watching these kids? Yeah. But yours is one of the best groups. So,
it's a struggle, man. But yeah, thanks.
Mm-hmm.
Love to move those over to another platform soon. But
right.
Yeah, great stuff. I'm excited. I'm gonna go to coinmarketcap.com. Vote for you guys for Killer Whales. The link to that is in the comments below in the summary, and also the main link as well. So if you're listening to this, make sure to just click on the link in the description, and you'll be able to navigate there and make sure you cast your vote. How long is the voting on for? Do you know when it ends?
The voting goes until June 1st. Taping starts June 24th. The 3 top voted projects are guaranteed in. So it's like a wild card that's going on right now. There's about 50, I think. And last I checked, we were in the teens with our voting. We hadn't pushed anything this morning, so that'll push us up too. So it's just super simple to do. Just go there, connect your Twitter, and vote.
Absolutely. Cool. Joey, man, it's been a pleasure having you on today. Appreciate the time. Any final words before we wrap up?
DeFi the world.
There you go. There you go. Cool. Well, thanks again, Joey, for joining us today. Thanks, everybody, for listening, and we'll catch you on the next episode. Take care, everybody.
Bye. Thank you.